posted this before, yes, but I never owned the cat that is haunting us. My mailman has seen it, as have neighbors. My mailman commented on what a gorgeous, big, marmalade cat we had that he saw in the window when he dropped off the mail, and wanted to know if said kitty was a boy, because he had a girl kitty getting fixed soon, and was considering having a litter before the procedure. We told him we have a tuxedo kitty, and a tortoiseshell kitty, no large marmalade. I think we hurt his feelings, and he thought that we were lying to him. He wasn't the same to us after that. My neighbors have complimented the big, bright, orange kitty in the window. We know the previous owners, they never had cats, only dogs. My brother lives in another town, and when visiting him, I actually saw the damn thing, and thought it was real. I saw it, and my first logical thought was, hey, where the hell is the litter box? If he has a cat, he'd have one. And food. I was concerned his carpets were going to go to shit, and mentioned it when he came out of the shower. He looked at me like I had 3 heads. I later found out from a girl who stayed there, she saw it once as well. So did it follow me home from my brother's place initially? We have no info on the people who lived where he is previously. No one in my family has ever owned a cat like that. I only saw it that once, but people still see it on occasion. Oh, and having batshit crazy tortoiseshells, we have no clue if the live kitties interact with dead kitty, because they are notoriously nuts.
On one occasion, I was standing in the kitchen washing dishes, when I glanced up at the window in front of me. It was night, and the window had no curtains, which always creeped me out, so I could see the reflection of the doorway behind me. At that moment, I saw a cat-like shape slink around the doorframe. A few seconds later, the familiar bump against my legs, but when I turned to pet my cat, nothing was there. I figured it was just one of my old childhood cats that had come to visit. Anyway, I was just settling into bed one night, and I felt my cat jump on my bed and snuggle against my side. Again, I went to pet her, but as my hand descended, there was an absence. Nothing was there. I then heard the cat door swing downstairs. I was confused, but assumed she'd bailed on cuddles and went to go play outside. Immediately after the swinging cat door, my cat came charging in, wet from being outside in the rain as normal. And I realised she'd never been inside to begin with. This was a few weeks after my kitten had died, so it was comforting to think that maybe he was just checking up on us.
Shortly after the birth of my first son, I had an experience with a ghost cat. When I explain it to people, they look at me funny, but while laying in my bed with my newborn, I experienced that unmistakable feeling of a cat walking across the top of my pillow. I thought maybe one of my own had snuck into the room, so I sat up to swat it away, and nothing was there. My door was closed, and no cat was in the room. Another time, also lying with my son, I felt a cat jump onto the foot of the bed and walk up to about my knee and stop. I sat up, but nothing was there again. It really freaked me out. It happened maybe 3-4 times, and then stopped suddenly when we baptized our son in the church. It made me really stop and think. Maybe this wasn't a cat after all, but something sinister lurking around a new soul, trying to get in.
My wife and I bought a house in 2011 that had been vacant for 13 years. It was built in 1985, and we were the third owners. I don't know about the pet history of the previous owner, but anyway, we've had people over periodically that sometimes ask if we have a cat. I'd never seen anything myself until about a month ago. For the first time ever, I saw something out of the corner of my eye whilst I was in the office. It was very quick, but distinctly looked small and stealthy, just like a cat. But more importantly, just 2 weeks ago, I finally saw it for the first time. I was in the kitchen, and my daughter was in the living room. I could see the living room from the hallway in the kitchen. I was looking down at the island getting myself a snack, and she came into the hallway and was heading directly towards me. I looked up at her, and right in front of her was a black and white cat scurrying to get out of the way. I blinked and it was gone. So it was only an instant, but I definitely saw a cat. It was pretty cool. We've never felt it or heard it, but I'm pretty stoked that I've actually seen it. I don't mind having a ghost cat. In fact, I kind of like it.
My mom used to take in strays and try to find homes for them, but it got pretty out of hand at one point. The neighbor's dog, who was always outside and not taken care of, spread fleas to my mom's dog, which infected the cats she was caring for. It was so bad and overwhelming that the cats never wanted to be on the floor, despite the fact that she had been trying, desperately, to get the problem under control. One night, one of the cats must have been sitting on top of the kitchen cabinets and jumped down, somehow, turning on the stove and causing the kitchen to catch fire. My mom almost died and none of the cats survived. So last night, after I put my kids to bed, I went downstairs to smoke a cigarette in the kitchen. I swear, I heard a cat grooming itself and walking on the wood floor. Thinking it was my own, I called to my cat and shook the chain on the laser pointer. He loves that thing. And nothing. I brushed it off, but I kept hearing it. Finally, before I went back to bed, I called my cat one more time, and I could hear his bell collar jingling as he ran down the stairs. There was no way he could have gone back up without me hearing that bell. I know what I heard. And if you were to experience this, I'm sure you'd appreciate how unsettling it is to hear something there, only to find an empty room, void of explanation. For the remaining 5 stories, please visit Mortis Media's channel at the link provided. Here is a clip of what to expect.
So we managed to chase the cat to the main building. Instead of running into the cat area like we'd hoped, it ran straight into the euthanasia room and under the big machine that they still used. We shut the door so it couldn't get out. So we moved the machine out the way, and there's...
Hey all, Killer Orange Cat here. If you like this video, please let me know by hitting the like button. If you're not already subscribed to Killer Orange Cat, please hit the button next to the tabby to be informed of new content. Please feel free to follow Ichigo and myself on Facebook and Twitter. I would like to promote a very interesting channel for my viewers who are also professional wrestling fans. This is a channel called Wrestling Shorts, and they make original animations of wrestling matches. It's very entertaining, and I definitely recommend you checking this video of an animated dream match between Shawn Michaels and Daniel Bryan. Please consider subscribing, as I honestly believe Wrestling Shorts is a very talented channel. I'd like to thank Mortis Media for this collaboration. As always, he is a great guy to work with. Please subscribe to his outstanding channel if you already haven't. And make sure to check in your closet and check under your bed, because you never know where a killer orange cat might be hiding. Good night.